Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Myatt Jr. I am the host of the Harsher Than Harsh podcast. Uh, so, I used to be an amateur boxer, but my career was cut short due to surgeries for apical gland removal for, at the time, what they thought was bromhidrosis, or that I have been clinically diagnosed with bromhidrosis. After having that done, I still exhibited malodorous symptoms. So then I thought I pivoted and I thought I had TMAU. And I'm still searching for the rooted cause of this. That urine test that came up negative. I'm still searching for answers. Job's not done. Story's not fully told. Upon looking at other I then had started a podcast called Harsh to try to gain awareness and to talk to other malodorous sufferers to as a form to try to gain awareness and to get us some form of treatment and some form of help. Upon looking at other rare medical case forums, I realized that there's so many other rare medical cases out there, diseases, hormone deficiencies, you name it, it exists. And it shows that according to NORD and other large medical boards or medical forums, since these conditions are non-contagious or I guess a more notable form of cancer, we are pushed to the bottom of the totem pole. And it made me come and realize, well, it made me start to realize that there's other fights out there that we need to fight. It's not just us as malodorous sufferers. There's other people and other stories out there and all these medical conditions that we don't even know exist. It's a harsh reality. Heck, it's our reality. It's harsher than harsh. Hope you enjoy. All right, guys. Today's guest is Kayla. Kayla has a rare condition known as lipodystrophy. Kayla, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience? Just like say like what your hobbies are, where you grew up, the origin story of how this condition came to be, or like some of your earliest symptoms.
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up in Alberta, Canada. Been here my whole life. I found out I had lipodystrophy when I was about 10 years old, and I was the earliest that they had found it in. This was back in like a million years ago. Um, Not that old. I'm only 34, but anyway, it was like a million years ago to me now. My hobbies include hanging out with my husband. I have 5 kids, 3 stepkids, 2 biological. Busy mom. I work a ton. I love to read books and um, yeah, that's basically what I like to do. I love to work. Work is like number one for me, especially because eventually this disease will take over and I cannot work anymore. So I'm just
Mhm.
working as much as I can to support my family. And yeah,
Shout out to the super moms.
yeah, the
They're
super
they're
moms.
they're always the hidden heroes of society.
Yeah, for sure.
So, kind of inform me, because I'll be honest, I've never heard of it. I was just looking on rare medical forums because like how I was dealing with bromhidrosis and potentially like TMAU and like other like rare malodorous conditions. I stumbled across a page where you had given your testimony. So what are like some of the symptoms of lipodystrophy and how does it affect someone?
So lipodystrophy usually has some facial features to it. So like sunken in eyes. So like without my glasses on, my eyes are a little bit like more inside my head than other people are, like other people. The jawline is a little bit like narrower. It makes you gain weight. So like I can't lose weight like a normal person. Like I could go to the gym 5 days a week and still weigh 160 pounds, but I'm gaining the muscle, but I'm not losing any fat. So because there's fat in every food that you eat and sugar, the fat stays in the trunk of your belly. So my mom, because my mom had it, like it was an inherited metabolic disorder, she died when she was 53 of a heart attack. So I have a cardiologist on my medical team. I have a diabetes specialist on my medical team, and I have a metabolic doctor on my medical team, plus a family doctor. So we all work together to make sure that my heart's okay, because I will eventually die of a heart attack at a young age. I had an uncle actually who had it, and he was 38 when he passed away. My other uncle was 42 when he passed away, all of heart attacks. My mom was a heart attack at 53. Um, but then it also causes diabetes type 2, usually it comes into, but it can also go into type 1. So we're insulin dependent. It causes pancreatitis. So pancreatitis is another um, thing where it's inflammation of your pancreas, and it inflames, and then you usually end up in the hospital for it. But because I've had it so many times, I usually just deal with it at home now with some painkillers, and I go off food for a couple of days and just drink tons of water with like flavored shit in there to like make sure my electrolytes are still up, and then start on like bland foods like plain rice, toast, but I still can't lose any weight because I'm, even though I'm not eating, I'm still not losing any weight. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and that's what happens, and that's how you can like tell if you have it or not. And it is more prominent in males than it is females. So I probably most likely inherited it from my grandfather. And then my mom got it from my grandfather and then passed down to my mom and passed down to me. So that's how it all came about.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
it's a,
that's quite a bit. I mean, heck,
yeah.
to have 4 doctors, man. Like, I
Yeah.
thought I had it rough, but gosh.
Yeah. So and then short life expectancy, like I said, my one uncle was 38. I'm only 34 now. Like that's 4 years from now. Like I could pass away of a heart attack in 4 years. So it's pretty scary, but we do monitor my heart every 5 years. I do an MRI every 5 years, to make sure that the valves are all open and doing okay. Um we just did an ultrasound of my spleen because there actually is now a trial drug that we're going to try and put me on to hopefully expand my expectancy of life. So we're going to try that. But usually, statistically, people with with this metabolic disorder usually only live until midlife. So like late 40s, early 50s. And that's what's been proven in my family as well, too. So it's kind of scary. It's a little bit bittersweet, but leave each day the best you can. And yeah, it's sad, but it's so like life opening and being like live each day. Like that's what I'm doing.
No, no, you definitely carry that essence, like you're very optimistic.
Yeah.
So that's incredible considering, the card you've been dealt.
Yeah.
Um, so do you want to talk, because I remember we briefly messaged a little bit about this medical trial. Do you want to touch on that a little bit further? Is it like a stem cell research thing, or
I'm not
what?
100% sure about it. So I just know that it's a super expensive drug. Like it's just coming out. Um there has been trials with it with rats. I know, the poor rats. I didn't even get to
Yeah.
name mine. Like I wanted to name mine like Be Jiggled or something, or like, something cool, McRap Daddy or something. I don't know. But um so it's coming out. Hopefully, it will control the fat that goes around my liver and my pancreas. So it will control the fat that goes into my body and around my pancreas. Because right now, my pancreas is already starting to calcify. So it's already starting to get a hard shell around it. And eventually, it will fail. And you can't live without a pancreas. So we're hoping that it will start to help my organs a little bit, but it's what it is it's oil, and I have to take it 4 times a day, and I take a little bit at a time each time to start off with a small dose, but then I gradually increase it once, or I gradually take it and for a week, and then I increase it week by week to the maximum dose. So it's just coming out. It's called, I can't remember what the drug, I can't remember what it's called. Dejovy, actually, I think it's what it's called, if I'm right. But it's usually in the States, and then we're actually trying to get a dietitian actually from the States as well to be on our team as well. So I actually have a dietitian from the States because we can't find one in Canada that like works with metabolic disorders. So it's going to be another person on my team that's going to help me with diet so I can try and keep things down because right now all I can eat is chicken and fish. I can't eat anything else or I throw it up. Like it's
Really?
wrong. It's a crime. It's a crime.
Dang. Like no vegetables or anything?
Yeah, nothing. Like I can eat rice.
Oh,
That's about it. And
oh
even that's
wow.
sketchy.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible, Kayla.
Right? Well, I
Mm.
feel for you too. You got some shit going on too. I feel for you.
Yeah. Well, with the metabolic stuff, like I kind of feel you because there's certain things that I have to avoid
Yeah.
because when I start having malodorous symptoms, I also start to develop they claim it's IBS, but
Yeah.
I have the symptoms, but to me that doesn't make sense on how would I develop IBS at like almost 18 years old. Never had any lactose issues my whole life. And
Right?
then just out of nowhere, like, I just can't have it at all, or else I just bloat or have issues going to the bathroom and stuff. It just doesn't make sense.
Right? Like I don't
But
know, like I feel like that's why it's like I want to get like awareness out there for people that like people have like issues. Like it's just these are issues that people have and like rare diseases and rare conditions and rare because like there is no walker runs for rare people that have metabolic issues or like even IBS or something. Like there's no walk or runs for those like there is for cancer or MS or suicide or anything like that. Like, those are all big things, but so are people suffering with genetic conditions. Like there's no awareness about it. Like there's no information and there's no like they're just left hanging there like, "Oh, you've been diagnosed with this. Good luck. Thanks." Like
pretty much it's what it feels like, right? Like,
yeah.
they might slap a label on us, and then we just get shelved like we're a freaking layaway item, and then that's that.
Yeah,
And it's
pretty
like,
much.
"Oh, so, you're giving me, like, these little guessing guidelines of parameters to live by, but you're not gonna really try to help?" Or
Yeah,
it sucks, man. It sucks.
it does suck. Like
But I feel like part of it though is just because you know there always has to be money involved or else pharmaceuticals and certain people they don't really want to get involved.
yeah,
But I really
big
feel like
pharma.
yeah, for sure. And that's a whole discussion within itself. But oh gosh. But, I really feel like awareness with a lot of these conditions would be the first step. But like you said, like with NORD and certain like big medical boards, even internationally, since we can't contagiously give this to people, it's not like a high risk thing. We're at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah, no, I
And
totally agree with you, like 100%. It's just like, oh, yeah, stuck a label on it and put it on the clearance rack, and hopefully it just goes away. And it doesn't. Like it affects people their whole lives. Affects them mentally too, right? Like,
yeah,
and then that's a whole other new ball game of like, how do you deal with this mentally? Like now, mental health is involved, and like people don't know where to turn or what to do because they like it affects them mentally because it's like I've been labeled with this, now I'm different now, and it's like you're not different, you're still a human, like you still matter and you still count, and like embrace the fact that you're different because that's what's so cool about it. Like you are different from everyone else, and that's what I look at it as.
that's incredible. Yeah, it's like God gave us a special mark or something, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's actually a great segue. So now that you brought up mental health, I know for a lot of malodorous sufferers, and I'm just going to speak for myself when I say this. I've had issues with therapy because even when I have therapists that do believe me in terms of like the stories of like what happened when I was in school, the way people made fun of me, this, that, the third, the
Mhm.
harassment, etc.
Yeah.
Certain people, it's like either A, they don't believe me, or they believe me, but then they don't really know how to treat it because it's not a typical like depression, it's not a typical anxiety. A lot of my PTSD and stuff came from all the harassment and things because of this. like I already had some issues, like, because life hits no matter what, we all go through stuff regardless of medical conditions and what have you. But having that on top of it, especially dealing with it at such a young age, like right before I graduated and became an adult and everything, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And I definitely have struggled with not feeling like I'm a human sometimes based on the way certain people have treated me. So now I'm kind of curious. Is there any stories where you growing up when you were dealing with this, did you feel indifferent in a way to where even if someone tried to help you, it's like they didn't really know how to or
Yes.
anything like that?
I went through a denial phase, especially after my mom died, because this genetic condition like killed her. So I went through a denial phase because like my brother and sister were both tested for it. And I went through the denial phase where I was like, I don't have it. I'm fine. I'm good. And another doctor had found it too. And he's like, like your liver enzymes are like through the roof. And I was like, I don't know what happened. Like maybe I'm an alcoholic. Like, I don't know. But I don't know. And so I went through a denial phase, and then I went through the anger phase. Like I went through like the feelings of grief with this condition. And then now I'm in therapy for it. And because it is a life ending condition, like I still do risky behaviors. I still do like dumbass things. And it's like, why do I do this? And it's like, because your life is ending. That's why. And it's like, it still doesn't make an excuse for why I do dumb things. Like, I don't understand. And like, it's ruined a way that like it has affected me mentally, because like people were like, you're over exaggerating, but I'm not, because there's statistic um things to back up that I'm only going to live until I'm 50. That's only like 20 years from now. There's so much more I want to experience in the next 20 years. Like, I want to see my kids all graduate. I want to see my grandchildren playing in my backyard, and I want to be able to take them all on trips, and I want to see my kids do all their things and the things I never got to do. Like, I want to live till I'm 80. I don't want to live till I'm 50. Like, that's so young. And so it really affected me mentally, because it's like I had this mindset of like, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And then it's like, no, I'm going to live right now for the best that I can, because I'm not going to be dramatic about it, even though it's still dramatic. But people are like, you're being dramatic. Like, you're not going to die at 50. But it's like, no, really, I really am. Like, there's like, everybody's dropping around me like 38 to 53. Like, yeah, that may be a good age gap, but it's, it's still young. Like, I'm getting up there, and I'm only 34. Like, I've already planned my funeral, but I've done it in a way where it's fun. Like, I have the playlist, but there's like rap in there, and there's fun things in there that was me, and my family's like, you're freaking insane. And I was like, that's how I am. I'm insane. Like, I'm fun. I don't want to be sad because I lived a good life. And that's how I live every day. And that's how I get through it mentally, is like, I've done all the things I can in one day to get through it. And then I talk to my therapist, and he's just like, you're great. Like, you're doing all the things you need to do. Like, but I was teased a lot as a kid because like of my face. So people used to call me Sid the Sloth off of Ice Age because of my face. And I had no control over that. But because he had like the skinny face and like the sunken in eyes and everything, and that Sid the Sloth, and it was like, what? And like, but I couldn't control it, and I didn't know why. And then I found out the condition, and it was like, this isn't my fault. But that kid was an asshole, and he hasn't done anything with his life. So I've done good. I've done good.
Most of the time, it seems like that's how it is, The people that give us the worst times in high school, as years keep advancing, they're just kind of stuck at that spot, and everyone else has just kind of grown up.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much.
yeah, it's kind of ironic how that plays out, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, would you have like any final words of encouragement? How would you like any awareness to get brought to this condition? Uh,
Or
just
even
any
just in
ideas?
anything just in general. I think it's, do not think of do not think of yourself as a disease. Think of yourself as a person and advocate for yourself. Fight against the system. Make sure that you are doing everything you need to do to make sure people believe you and you believe in yourself as you're doing it.
That's incredible. All right. Well, you heard it from Kayla, guys. This is her fight. This is her reality. And thank you, Kayla, for coming on. It's a great testimony. If you ever want to come on again or give any updates about how the medical trial goes, always reach out. I'd love
For
to hear
sure.
from you. And I'm sure other people, due to how optimistic you are, I'm sure people are going to like this. So this is awesome. And thank you for sharing this with me. I've never heard of this condition. And if you know anyone else with any rare conditions that you want to I guess move them in my direction or let me talk to them, I'd be more than happy to because I'm also trying to learn about this stuff. Because I figured, if we're as malodorous sufferers are trying to advocate for ourselves, why not listen to other people advocate for their stories? Because we're all kind of pushed there at the bottom of that totem pole together.
Yep, I
Because,
agree.
yeah,
Well, thank you
so
for having me. I'm really excited.
no problem. And I will send you the link to this when it gets posted. And I hope you guys have a good day. God bless you and your family. You're really brave. You're a fighter, Kayla. And I wish you nothing but the best.
You too. Thanks so much.
No problem. Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.